It's Tuesday, June 18th. The Expedition 36 crew members have refocused their efforts today to begin operations with the Albert Einstein, the European Space Agency's fourth automated transfer vehicle, which arrived at the aft end of the International Space Station this past Saturday morning. Monday's planned hatch opening was postponed as the mission managers discussed a potential contamination issue, and ultimately they decided that once the hatches were opened, they would have the crew treat 21 cargo bags for a possible mold growth. That decision made this morning, Commander Pavel Vinogradov and flight engineer Luca Parmitano went back to work at the aft end of Zvezda, and they opened the hatch into the ATV at 3:40 Houston time this morning. They got a look inside and beginning immediately set up some air ducts so that the station's environmental control system could go to work to clean the atmosphere inside the unmanned cargo ship throughout the day today. Well, final ingress procedures are currently underway. It's expected that later today the crew members will get busy to start unloading 7.3 tons of cargo that were delivered. That includes air and water and propellant for the station, plus science experiments and other hardware for different operations on board. Once the hatch opening activities were completed this morning, flight engineer Luca Parmitano updated folks back home in Europe about the operations of the European Space Agency's cargo ship in an interview conducted with Euronews. The rescheduled ATV ops today did prompt a few other changes to the Tuesday schedule. That included having flight engineer Chris Cassidy assist flight engineer Karen Nyberg with the spinal ultrasound operations. The crew members take ultrasound images of their spine to help in an assessment of the health risk resulting from changes to the spine as a result of being in the microgravity environment. There'll be additional operations with the spinal ultrasound with Parmitano and Nyberg coming up later on in the week. After that this morning, Cassidy moved on to an inspection of portable emergency equipment. That's breathing apparatus and fire extinguishers and things of that sort. He also continued the spacesuit battery charging operations in advance of next month's planned U.S. spacewalks that he'll conduct with Parmitano. Nyberg spent her day on a range of routine maintenance tasks throughout the station. There is a spacewalk scheduled for this coming Monday, June 24th, by flight engineers Fyodor Yurchikhin and Alexander Mazurkin. Today, they did a routine test of their own cardiac function by exercising on a stationary bicycle. And that concluded, they moved on to properly sizing their spacesuits and conducting leak checks, preparing a variety of equipment that they will use on their tasks next Monday. They'll be going outside to replace a fluid control valve panel on the Zarya module and installing clamps there to hold cables that will bring power from the U.S. segment of the station to a new Russian laboratory module that is due to arrive at the station later on this year. The Spacewalk Monday also includes time for the crew members to remove and install experiments that are on the outside of the Zvezda module. All 6 crew members are expected to finish up the day today with an automated transfer vehicle emergency response plan review. And then they will look forward to more unloading of Albert Einstein and getting to work with science investigations on board.